Hey, what's going on, my friend? NT Izuchi here. Briefly quitting this quick video. No, quitting this quick video. I never quit. I'm not a quitter. Cutting, sorry, this quick video. Basically touching on, free SEO best practices and why they are important. Why, or really what that means, okay, to you. What does that mean to the customer and what does that mean to the search engines? Because when you're doing SEO, or at least the best practices of SEO today, the SEO practices that work the best today, you do have to take into consideration three different components, or three different parties, I guess I should say. One being you being the most important people, the customers, okay, and then the search engines, okay. So when you're creating your content and you're trying to do SEO, search engine optimization, both on-page optimization and off-page optimization, just keep in mind one group, okay, and that is the customers, okay, because your job here online is very, very simple, okay. It's not to sit and worry about the search engines and any of that stuff and try to get, a bunch of BS backlinks back to your site, or, syndicate and send your posts and your videos to 800 million, okay, social media platforms in a day. That's not your job here, okay. Your job is simple, okay, to simply create what? Okay, to create answers. I'm going to put you on top of here, okay? Let me scratch that off a little bit. Okay, put you here, right? Your job is to what? Create answers. That's it. Create answers, all right? But not only just create answers, but to put it in what? An organized way, right? Because why do you want to organize your content and not just create fluff, right? You don't want to just create fluff. Because the truth is this: if you're creating your content for the search engine, I want to get ranked in the search engine, I want Google, I want Yahoo. People, I get just some people who ask me questions about SEO and stuff like that, and they're learning, and I understand that, but their main focus is on the search engines. When Google's not buying your stuff, Yahoo's not buying your stuff, Bing ain't buying your stuff, Facebook ain't buying your stuff, okay? It is the customers are going to buy your stuff, okay? So when you're creating your content, you're really sitting trying to answer questions. You're not creating fluff. You're not creating just bullet point type type of content, okay? You're actually getting in there and answering the specific questions, giving people some actionable steps, okay? You're creating answers and then putting it in an organized way, okay? And this is what's going to set you forward. Now, when it comes to the customers, right? Again, you're here creating answers for them, right? You're creating answers for them, all right? So this is what the SEO. Now, when it comes to SEO, you're really just, it's not about, putting your, keyword research, putting your keyword, phrase, 5 times in there, 10 times in there. Honestly, Google doesn't look for that, okay? They're going to be looking for other like terms that are relevant, okay, to your subject matter. So if I'm talking about, social media, right? I'm going to be mentioning things like Twitter in there. I'm going to be mentioning words like sharing. I'm going to be mentioning things like liking. I'm going to be mentioning things like retweeting, okay? Those type of terms, because those things have to do with social media. So if I'm talking about, social media platforms, I don't have to keep putting social media platforms. It's not natural, okay? So you're really just creating answers. And again, answers for them, answering questions with I guess I should say contextual things that are within context to the subject matter, okay? But not only that, what you're also going to be doing here is optimizing, okay? You're going to be optimizing for them, right? And this goes right back to here, organizing. So when you're optimizing your content, how do you optimize content for the readers, okay? For your viewers, for your potential customers, right? By using things like heading tags, right? To really start sectioning off sub-subjects within your content, right? So if you're, for example, I'm talking about free SEO best practices, right? Even on this blog post that you might be looking on it, I broke it up into sections. What it means to you, what it means to customers, what it means to search engines, okay? And search engines are gonna look at that, okay? So breaking it off, so that basically your customers are also going to see that. Now you're going to see in a little bit what that means to the search engines, but for now, when you're optimizing, you're organizing, okay, your content for them by optimizing it through what? Using heading tags, using bold when things are more important, you want to really touch on the subject or bring attention to somewhere, right? Bullet points, things like that, or even on your website as a whole, right? The top navigation bar, okay, that's really going to spell out what are the contents of the website, okay, and even on the side widget, okay, the categories, okay. You might be actually looking on it from this side, but the categories, okay, what categories are on your website? That's going to make it easy for people to navigate and really see what's going on your website, okay? So when you're optimizing, okay, you're optimizing for your customers, okay? Now, in turn, what does that mean to the search, okay, to the search engines, right? What does that mean to the search engines? Well, in turn, the search engines are really looking at, you know, these different constituents, right? So what do they have? They have what they call algorithms or spiders, right? They have, I think, over 200 algorithms, right? And what they do is this. They crawl your website and they look at things like answers. And by answers, remember one thing that I said here is like using verbiage or words that are within context to the entire subject matter. Because Google and these search engines are smart. They know if you're talking about SEO, they know that you should be throwing in there words like keyword research or talking about optimizing for people, things like that. Search engine optimization, right? Keyword research, things like that, okay? So they send their algorithms, their spiders, okay, to go ahead and look at this different content, okay, and see if you're talking within context, okay? So if you're doing your job here, then you're doing your job here, is exactly what I'm saying. And another thing that search engines now have, I guess to say, the help of is social, right? Social media, or the social signals that come from social media, right? So now they can kind of almost sit back and say, well, if this is a good piece of content, okay, and they're optimizing it for the customers, the viewers, then the sharing, the liking, the commenting is going to be a good gauge to me or the search engines, okay, as to if this content is relevant, okay, is this content useful, is it helpful? And that's how they can start to use all this stuff to start ranking your piece of content. So it starts from top down. Create answers, okay, create answers for these guys, because these guys are going to be the ones, okay, who are buying your content, who are going to be buying your products, your services, things like that, okay, by, you know, creating answers for them that are within context of the subject matter, okay, optimizing for them throughout your entire website. And all search engines go ahead and do, and just send their spiders to go and make sure that you're kind of doing your due diligence. And then they also take into account the social sharing on these different social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever have you, and even the commenting and the engagement that's actually going on your website, okay? So again, yes, what it is a collective effort, okay? It is a collective effort between you guys. However, it starts here, okay, and it ends here. You let the search engines do their thing. Let them crawl and let them do all that stuff. But nonetheless, again, you're not worrying about them. If your content is potent, if your content is helpful, if you're actually answering questions and actually being a helpful resource, these right here, these customers, they will take care of you. And in turn, the search engines will take care of you as well, okay? But again, it starts with you and it ends right here, okay? So that's the most important thing, okay? What does it really mean to these three different parties, okay? I just explained that, okay? So again, I hope that you got some value from this. I want to really break it down and make it as simple as possible when it comes to SEO. Search engine optimization. It's not about being extra technical and, you know, gaining the system and sending a bunch of backlinks and, you know, sending it to all different social media platforms so you can get ranked. That stuff doesn't work, okay? That's what the, you know, the penguin algorithm to kind of cut the spammy backlinks, and, you know, and the panda algorithm for really spammy content that's not really of any use or it's not really helping solving any problems. But again, that social sharing, okay, from your customers, okay, is going to be a really important part. But as long as you focus on answers and organizing them in a way that your customers are going to be able to take in your written content, your videos, your podcasts, your images, using things like that, okay, you're going to be well on your way. Anyway, if you want to get a much more detailed, I guess, teaching on search engine optimization, okay, to the right side of this video is going to be, if you're on my blog, it's going to be a capture form. There I'm going to send you a free video training series, okay, where I go into SEO, and that SEO training by itself, I think, is about a half hour long, if I can remember straight, when I really break down SEO and what it really means to you today. Because if you've been daunted and thinking that SEO is some big, technical task. It's really not. It's really not. And as a matter of fact, you're at an advantage now when now you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of spammy backlinks. You don't have to go and, scrape content just to create content. You just have to create answers, okay? Create answers, and the search engines will take care of you. Anyway, head to the right side of this video, put your name, best email in there, and I will get you that free video training series. Not only that, but there's also going to be some free podcasting trainings that I had in there. Potent content. It's straight to the point. Okay, raw and uncut. You're gonna love it because I love doing those. Those are really, really fun. Okay, so go ahead and put your information in there and get that free video training series, and I will see you on the inside, my friend. Take it easy.